If we were to make a Venn diagram, how much overlap do you think there is between Smashing Pumpkin fans and wrestling fans? Where are they in the middle there?
Very few, very few. I wish a few people, not to disparage your question, but a few other people have asked a similar question. And trust me, I wish 100,000 Smashing Pumpkins fans would come over and want to see the National Wrestling Alliance. It would make my job a lot easier. It would certainly enthuse the talent. It just doesn't translate that way. So it is what it is. It does help when you're dealing with media. It does help when you're dealing with the corporate side of things. You know, I walk into a meeting, even if they don't know the NWA, they know me. So that sort of opens certain doors. But the job of building and rebuilding the National Wrestling Alliance is sort of going to have to stand on its own 2 feet. And I'm proud of that in a weird kind of way. I mean, like I said, I wish it was easier, but knowing it isn't easier, I'm proud that we've been able to build something as a team that has an endurance and isn't really sort of a cult of personality built around me. I'm very proud of that.
It certainly feels like they're two different worlds, but I imagine there is something that's like similar. What is similar between the world of music and the world of wrestling?
Uh, I do think that the changes in the way social media creates fandom and support for business, that's become very similar. In essence, I call it the hothouse effect. Um, if 100,000 people are interested in something, probably only about 20% of those people and or 20,000 would be paying attention on a daily level.
Mm.
So what you want to do is you want to take those 20,000 and continually market to the other 80,000. And hopefully then if you get everybody engaged, then they'll market to a wider audience.
Mm.
That is very similar now dynamically between music and wrestling. It's about what's happening day to day. I started making these arguments 20 years ago in music and it fell on completely deaf ears. Um, Real quick, because I don't like to overly talk about the music business in this context, but 20 years ago, it was about doing a big build up to an album. You release the album, you put out a couple of videos, and you kind of go away.
Mm.
And I started making the argument 20 years ago, no, you almost have to be constant, but it's a different kind of constant. So a different kind of constant in entertainment these days, and I'll include wrestling, and that would be, here's a bit of news, here's a piece of merchandise. Hey, we're having a show. Oh my God, we did this cool thing with the charity. Check it out. We're so happy to be part of this. It's sort of like there's got to be kind of a rhythm. In essence, the brand almost takes on the role of a personality, and behind that personality, you feel there's sort of an up and a down and a positive and a negative, but the negative isn't always negative in the literal sense. The negative can be you go away, you come back, you do this other thing, you surprise people. It's just so different than it used to be.